I got guns in my head and they won't go. Spirits in my head and they won't go. I got guns.
So I already have my moisturizer and primer on. For moisturizer, I use Neutrogena Combination Skin Oil Free Moisture, and for primer, I use e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer. They're both really great. e.l.f. It's great because you don't need to spend a ton of money to get some really good products. This primer was like $7, I think, and for each of them, I just rub a little dime-sized bit on my finger and then all over my face. And for my foundation, I'm going to be using Rimmel London BB Cream in the shade Light. For everyday looks, I don't really like using, my heavier Tarte or Kat Von D foundation, so I just like to go for a nice medium coverage look. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a little dime-sized amount on my hand. It's about this much. Then my beauty blender is already damp, so just dab a little bit, and then blot all over your face. And like I said, this foundation, it's not full coverage, but it's perfect for, an everyday look, or if you just kind of want to give your skin a little bit of a break, because it's not too heavy or anything, but it still keeps it matte, as you can see. It just evens out the redness and such. And then for my concealer, sorry, my makeup bag is like super full, so I always have to do a little bit of digging. Okay, so for my concealer, I'm using the Naked Skin Concealer. This is amazing, and it's in the shade Light Neutral. A little travel size one of these from Sephora is like $12, I think, so it's great. Just dab it a little bit under my eyes. And then right here, this just gives kind of like makes your features pop a little bit. And then my chin. Then again with my damp beauty blender, just gonna blend it out. It's really important to blend down to your neck too, so you don't have like an awkward line, so it just looks like seamless. Okay, and then you quickly gotta go in and do some powder. I'm using Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in the shade Porcelain. You have to do this kind of quickly so that your under eye crease, you see right here, if you don't do it right away, there's going to be like a little line right there. So just want to put some powder over it. And then you don't have to do this, I just like using chapstick. I always use chapstick right here, just because it keeps my lips moisturized. I've been using chapstick since I was like 10, I don't know, I'm just used to it. I always do it right after my foundation, or else my lips start to feel dry for some reason. So yeah. And now we are going to do the eyes. No, eyebrows. Oh gosh. Whew. That was a close one. So for eyebrows, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in the shade Chocolate. It's kind of a warmish tone, and I love this dip brow. It's always been my favorite. Like, I used to use pencils and stuff, but this is way better for my eyebrows, in my opinion. It just gets that nice defined brow. And I am using the Anastasia brush in, well, I do not know, but I will find out and I'll put it in the description. It's just so faded off, see? But yeah. So just gonna dip it a little bit in here. And then get nice line going. And dip again. And get the top. Then you kind of want to extend it a little bit to where your eyebrow ends. And with the Anastasia dip brow, it's really important to not get too much, or else your brows are going to be like, just going to look strange. So extend it a little bit. And then I go backwards into the end to kind of get that like ombre effect. It's really like your preference what you want to do with your brows though. But this is just what I think works best for me. And then comb them up a little, comb it down, and there. Now, I hope the other one turns out nice, because you know like when you do your brows and one looks like it graduated from Harvard and the other looks like it like sells crack on like Phillips Highway? That's a Jacksonville joke. Sorry for people who don't live in Jacksonville and are watching this. Okay, so we're gonna do the same with the other one. Combing it up and then down, like for the other one. Let me just make these completely even. Alright, now for eyes. So, I always use primer for my eyeshadow just so that it sticks better. I'm using the MAC Prep and Prime 24-Hour Extended Eye Base. And you don't have to use primer for your eyeshadow. I just think it makes it stick a lot better, so I'm going to use like this much. Get one finger and then just go to town. Just kind of rub it all over your eyelid, extend it up to your eyebrow. And then the other one as well. Just putting out my other products. Okay, so I'm going to be using two palettes today. More 35W. I love this palette so much. I'm actually using my two favorite palettes today. And then the LORAC Love, Lust, and Lace palette. As you can see, I use it a lot. The white is like almost down to pan. Or it is down to pan. So, first, I do this no matter what look I'm going for. I'm going to use this white LORAC shade right here. With this, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you about my brushes. So, they're Makeup For You brushes. They're really great, not too expensive. Yeah, I mean, I've been using them for like a couple months. They haven't given me any problems. None of the bristles come off when I'm doing my makeup or anything, and it's been a couple months, so that really says something about a brush. So I'm using the Makeup For You eye contour brush and just going all over my eye with this up to my eyebrow. It's really important to do a white base before you do any eyeshadow, because that just makes it a lot easier to blend. Or not necessarily white, but like at least like the lightest it should be is like the shade of your eyelid naturally. Because if you just start putting like dark colors on, it's going to be really hard to blend, especially if you use eye primer. So that's why I just like to get a lot of white going on in here. And it makes, you know, it kind of just makes the eyebrow look a bit better too. Doing the same with the other eye. I kind of use round circular motions for this brush just because it gets the product on the best and it makes it blend the easiest. I kind of like stop at my eyebrow, as you can see, because if you go too far into your nose, it's just going to look weird. Okay, so now that we have that white base on, let's go in for some darker colors. For the crease, I'm going to be using this 4th LORAC shade. It's like a nice kind of dark, medium brown, I guess you would call it. And then the Makeup For You large eyeshadow brush. So just dip it a little. For this LORAC palette, it's super pigmented, so you really don't need that much. If you like rub your brush in it, it's gonna be way too much. You're gonna have way too much product on your eye. So then just kind of like stretch your eye out a little bit in the crease. Just make back and forth movements like this. I don't know if you can see or not. And you don't really need to worry about how it looks like at this point because we're going to be doing a lot more blending. So as you can see, it's a little bit messy right now, but I'm going to go back in with my previous brush, the eye contour brush, and blend it out a lot. And then using the same for my other eye. I think it'd be kind of cool to do like a makeup look with 2 completely different eyes. Like one's like red and one's blue, or like, I don't know, that'd be cool. I'm just talking nonsense right now, I don't know. And with the crease color, whatever color you end up using, you want it to go like halfway up to your eyebrow, because if it's too high, then it'll just like look a little bit strange. Okay, so as you can see, this is like a little bit messy. So I'm gonna dip my eye contour brush again into the white. Just dip it, not like before. And then kind of like go over it so it's a nice seamless blend. I've learned that that's a really good trick if your eyeshadow isn't completely blended. Just use a lighter color and go over it so there's no harsh edges. Okay, now let's add a little bit of warmth to this. So for my Morphe palette, I'm going to be using this shade right here. It's in the right above the bottom left left shade. This one, yeah. And I'm going to be taking my Makeup For You short eyeshadow brush and then just dip a little bit here. I'm going right under where I got put the LORAC shade on. So as you can see, there's like a little bit of warmth, redness there. So now with that same brush, what I like to do to like get the previous shade off, I just kind of like do this. And then like you can see the eyeshadow just fly off into the wind. Going back to my LORAC palette, using the same brush, I'm using the middle shade. And I'm just going to put this all over my eyelid. Underneath the red shade that we just did. Okay, now flicking the shadow off. Now we are going to use the Makeup For You smudge brush. Done with the Morphe palette. I know I only used one shade from there, but I know I love it and I wanted to use it. We're gonna use the darkest color right here. And it's really important to only like tap it barely like twice, because it's really pigmented, like, trust me. And then the outer corner, just gonna do this. And sometimes you may not get enough on the first time, so just go back over and do the same thing. Oh yep, that is definitely enough. And this you're gonna wanna like kind of extend higher to the eyebrow. And then as you can see, there's kind of like a harsh line there, so we're gonna blend that out once I do the same thing to my other eye. Go up a little bit, except me doing the eyeliner a little bit easier. Like kind of just go to the end of your eye and do that. See. Okay, now going back with the eye contour brush, a little bit of white, just a tiny bit, because you don't want the color, the outer corner color to be any lighter. Using the white is only to blend it out. It's not to lighten the color. Same for the other eye. Okay, so now for the inner corner, I'm using the slightly pinkish shade from my LORAC palette, using the smudge brush. This you can put more product on it because it's light, it's not going to show up as much, and you want that inner corner to really pop. So just gonna go right here in my eye and do that. And now using my short eyeshadow brush, I'm going to take the darkest LORAC shade again. This is for under the eye. And just kind of go under. Go like maybe 3/4 of the way to your inner corner. Okay, now we are done with the shadow. Let's do eyeliner and lashes now. But like seriously, I highly recommend this LORAC palette. I got it from one of my best friends for my birthday, and it is definitely my most used palette for. I always curl my eyelashes before doing eyeliner. And this is just a CoverGirl eyelash curler. It's like really used. In my opinion, eyelash curlers, they don't really differ that much. Like, I personally don't see a point in spending like $30 on an eyelash curler from Sephora when you can get the exact same tool from Neutrogena or like Maybelline or just, you know, any like Walgreens store for way less than half the price. I mean, like, it's a piece of metal. How much could it differ, you know? I hold for about 5 seconds. Now eyeliner. I'm using Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner in Intense Black. I love this so much. I've tried other eyeliners. This is definitely my favorite. It makes it so easy to do a nice precise line. It is definitely worth it, and it doesn't come off like when I go swimming and everything, if I'm wearing like setting spray, obviously, but it's great. It doesn't smudge at all throughout the day. Yes, swing. Now to do the same exact thing with the other eye. Usually doesn't work out that way, but hopefully it will this time. Nice. And so you see how there's like this gap right here? What I like to do to prevent that is put a little bit of eyeliner on my bottom eye. So I start like right here and then connect it. Then you won't have that weird gap. It looks more seamless. And it gives you more of an opportunity to get the wing like more sharp. That's your thing. See there, it's all nice and connected. Just kind of fill it in there. And you don't have to do that. I know a lot of people don't like wearing eyeliner on their bottom eye, but it's just, I've found that works best for me. Same with the other eye. Nice. Where's the top? Oh, here it is. And then for my mascara, I'm going to use Too Faced Better Than Sex in 5M6. I think that's the shade. Yeah, it's like the blackest one, whatever that is. And then just go to town with your mascara. Ah! It'd be nice if I didn't drop black mascara all over my white bathroom counter, but I will fix that later. For everyday looks, I don't really like wearing falsies because I just think they're kind of uncomfortable. I think they're better for, you know, going out at night looks. But then again, it's all your preference. I just don't really wear them that much. I know I should get into them more, but I just have not done that yet. Unless I'm, you know, going out at night or something. I know I'm probably making such a weird face right now, so like, sorry if you can see up my nose. Hopefully there's nothing in there. Now bottom lashes. I know I'm really making a weird face now. I think that my hand's covering it. I don't know why, like, it's such a natural thing to just, like, make your mouth like this when you do bottom lashes. Like, it looks so weird, but... Oh my god. Now I can't stop thinking about it. Here, I'm gonna try to do it without making that face. Yeah, it's just, like, harder. I don't know. Oop. Smudged a little. Now, for my favorite part, contour and highlight. Let's see where, oh, here it is, wow. Just put it up. Just put it up. For contour, I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit in light to medium. And yeah. And And then for my brush for this, just for applying it, I'm using the Morphe G30 brush. As you can see, it's like a flat top, so you know, you get like a nice thing. And I like to mix these two. I find that the one on the bottom right is a little too dark and like orange for my skin tone. So I just kind of like go back and forth between these two. And then you want to suck in your lips a little. And it's really important to start up here so it's not darker down here, because you want it like darker to lighter so it doesn't just look like, you know, you have this darkness just starting here, coming out of nowhere. See, as you can see, it's a nice defined line. I'm blending it out later, but it's all up to you how sharp you want the contour. Same for the other. And this one's darker than this one, so I'm going to go back and do the same for this. Okay, saving that for blending out a little later. Now doing the forehead. Same, mixing the same two colors. Just want to extend it all the way down to where your cheek contour is. Now the jawline, again, same two colors. I rarely use the bottom right unless I want to do a really intense contour. This one. You want that nice sharp jawline. Okay, now I'm gonna blend this all out with the Makeup For You blush brush. Okay, now nose contouring. Okay, for this I do use the middle and bottom right because I just find that that's what works best. So I kind of just like tap back and forth between them. And kind of go right here. Ooh, wow. Okay, we'll definitely have to blend that out. So you do that. Don't worry, it'll blend. And same for the other one. This is to make your nose a little bit more thin. Oh yeah, this is the angle eyeshadow brush from Makeup For You. Then as you can see, that is way too dark. So I'm going to take the lightest Anastasia shade and go over it to smooth it out a little bit. You can use your finger also for this. Going back into the lighter shade, like right by my eyebrow. It just gives a little bit of warmth to your whole face, you know. Highlight time! My favorite time of day. It's the highlight of my day. But shh. I hate myself. Oh wait, blush first. What am I talking about? Almost highlight time. I use a CoverGirl blush. This has lasted me for like years. It's so rubbed off that I don't even know the name of it, but I will find out. Makeup For You blush brush. I'm using the Anastasia Glow Kit in Gleam. Hallelujah! It's really nice. And I'm using the Makeup For You powder brush. So for right over my blush, for the highlight, I like to mix Crushed Pearl and Starburst. This is Crushed Pearl, this is Starburst. Same for the other side. And then I kind of go over the contour with Mimosa and Hard Candy. Mimosa, Hard Candy. This just makes your whole face go like, bam! And then down my T-zone, I use Crushed Pearl. Take my finger and crush pearl and just do a little on the tip of my nose. And then again, crush pearl on my chin. Nice. So now for my lipstick, I'm using Jeffree Star Cosmetics Gemini. This is my favorite shade that I own ever. It is a great summer shade, great fall shade, great winter shade, great for all seasons. Yeah, spring too. It's a nice like peach coral color. I love it so much. You can wear it daytime, nighttime, in the middle of the night, in the middle of the day. I don't know, whenever really. And it smells like root beer. I'm done. No, I'm kidding. Nice. Okay, so now we're just gonna let the lipstick dry a little bit so I can complete it with setting spray. Gonna just, whoa, what's up with my hair? Oh my gosh. Am I Jimmy Neutron right now? Yes. Or Sonic the Hedgehog, I don't know. Clean it up, clean up, clean up, everybody clean up. I guess this one here. Okay, I think that's dried enough. I'm gonna take the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray, shake it up a little bit. Who is calling? I don't care. Okay, and just, I do like 6 squirts. I know on the thing it only says 2 to 4, but yeah. I'm extra, so I'm gonna use 6 or more. That might be more than 6. And we are done. I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments and what look you want me to do next. Love you guys.